Okay, I'm going to go over how to create model movement using KML. So the first thing is I've got three programs open right now. I've got Google Earth underneath here. This is a text editor called Text Wrangler, and then this is just the Explorer for my machine. So first things first, we've got the model movement template file, which is just an empty template file, and we're just going to pull that into the text editor here and take a look at it. So the way that I've set this up is there's these little notes above anything that you might want to change. So the camera location, for example, that's the camera that's going to be looking at your model movement. The length of the model movement, so if you want to make the airplane take 10 seconds or if you want to make it take 2 seconds. The end lat long, which it kind of goes along with this, the start lat long. The heading, which direction the model is going to be pointing, the scale, and then the location of the model on your computer. So let's go ahead and start filling out this information. First thing we're going to do is save this file as something different so that we don't overwrite our template file. We'll call this airplane practice. Okay, so let's get started with just the lat long. So what we're going to need to do is get the latitude and longitude of the locations where we want the airplane to fly. So let's go over here into Google Earth. And I want this airplane to fly from New York, so I'm going to put the screen right over New York like this, and I'm going to drop a place mark, perfect, and I'm going to say start, New York, enter, and then fly back over here, and drop one down here in kind of Southern California, and say end, LA. And then that's the airplane's going to fly from New York to Los Angeles, and I want the camera to see it happening from about here. So this is just going to be called camera location. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save these files. These place marks as KML. So I'm going to go and want to right click on temporary places, and I'm going to say save place as, and I'm going to put this as start, end, and camera. Got it. We want to save those as KML, not KMZ. So let's go ahead and go back over here to our thing. We can see start and camera. Let's go ahead and open that up in the text editor. So what do we got here? This is some stuff we don't care about, and here we can see the locations of the start, the end, and the camera. So we're going to take some of this information and we're going to go stick it back over here in the template file. So the first thing is the start. So we're going to take this latitude, longitude, just like this, and right click, I'm going to say copy. Go back over to this one, and that's the end. We want to put it at the start, and then I'm going to right click, I'm going to say paste, and it fills in that information. Now we'll do that with the end. Copy, and then end here, and paste. And the last thing is the camera view. Now the camera view, we're going to want to grab everything, not just the latitude, longitude. I say copy, and that's up at the top here, camera location, and paste. So we got that. Now there's a couple other things we have to fill in before this will actually work. One of the most important ones is the location of the file of the model. So this is this airplane.dae that I got right over here, and what I'm going to do is I prepared this already. It's just the location of the DAE on my computer. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to come back over. Oops, wrong one. There we go. And then I'm just going to paste it right in that location. Paste. Now that model is actually the size of actual airplane, so at this distance that we are, we won't even be able to see it. So I can come in here to scale, and I can jack this up to like 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. And now I'm going to save, and let's see, we got our airplane practice. Let's double click this and open it up in Google Earth and see what happens. So here's the model that I had loaded in there, and then we just click right here to start, and I'm going to click on it, and the airplane flies over just like that. Now we can go back and we can make small changes in the text editor. We could say, you know, we want the headings wrong. We want to make the heading 40 instead of 60. The duration's too fast. We want to make this 6. Now if we change the duration up here, we also have to change it down here. So let's go ahead and change this to 6 as well, and then the scale, everything else is fine. So we're just going to do file save, and then I can come back over here, airplane practice, and hit play and watch what's going to happen. So the airplane's pointing in the wrong direction, and it's also taking a lot slower. We can see the changes that we just made reflected in the tour being played. And that is how you make a model move using KML.